Hey guys, welcome back. Want to do a little video on another upgrade for my Yugo AK. In the last video I complained about how I don't really like the Tapco G2 that much, so I decided to upgrade, and the only obvious choice was the ALG AKT-EL. EL, I'm not sure what it stands for, Enhanced Lightning Bow I think, but they kind of changed the names around on these. But this is the what used to be called the AKT, now it's the AKT-EL. But it's not the fancy shiny nickel one, it's just the normal mag phosphate or whatever it is. So before we show how to install it, here's that infamous Tapco G2. A lot of guns have this. I'm just not really a huge fan of it. It is light, but it's just unpredictable, I think, and I think the reset kind of almost pushes you forward. And like I said, I've done some double taps and even some triples. So anyways, I'll kind of show it to you here. I don't have a trigger gauge, I'm sorry, but a little gritty there. And then once there, it kind of forces you back out. See how it kind of flicked my finger back out? And that's what I don't really like about it. It's got a nicely decent break, but then it kind of forces your finger back out. So anyways, we're going to install it and come right back. I'm not going to show you guys how to install it because there's tons and tons of videos on it, and I don't think I can get a good angle of it anyways, but it's just really not that big of a deal. So we'll show the results here in a little bit once I get this baby in. Wasn't that big of a deal. I did have to put the little roll pin in the trigger pin so that your safety works. I did have to do that. They said about 70% of the guns you won't have to do that, but I had to for this Yugo. So whatever, it wasn't that big of a deal. Just kind of a lot of put the trigger in, fit it, take it out, grind it down, put it in, fit it out, grind it down. So not that big of a deal. One other thing I forgot to mention is I got these parts from AK Operators Union. They had cheap shipping and some of the lower prices I'd ever seen for this. So plus they're a great YouTube channel. If you haven't watched them, check it out. And so I got it from them. The other thing I did is I got rid of this little shitty paper clip, it's sometimes referred to, in order to keep the trigger pins in place. And I went with also from AK Operators Union the actual steel flat piece that goes in there and keeps the trigger pins in, because this fails and it's just not a very good thing. So I put that retainer plate, I believe it's called, in there. So anyways, what we've all been waiting for, check it out here. Reset, nice and short, nice and crisp, kind of a 2 stages of wall. Boom. Unlike the G2, the reset, you can let it out and it just goes out nice instead of it shoving your finger out like that G2 did. So the other thing I did on this gun is, because it's kind of a light trigger, I was going to try it with a little heavier. There's this added little auxiliary trigger spring that you can put in there just to increase the poundage a little bit. So I did put that in there, and I'm going to try it with it. It was pretty light without, and I don't know, it's not a precision gun, so I just decided to add that in there. So I think that was worth it, so that wasn't a big deal either. But, so ALG AKT-EL, like it so far. Let's get out to the range and try it out. ALG AK trigger. Sorry about the noise in the background. Life on the farm, nothing I can do about it. So I got a steel plate down there at, I forget, 40 some odd yards from here. So I'm gonna wait for these guys to get done talking here, and then we'll rock and roll. Always got to be careful out here because you never know if someone's down mowing or checking the cows. Cause we're out in a cow pasture mowing or spraying, or you never know. So I always like to make sure I get a head count where everybody's at, and most of the time I'll even walk down and ride the four-wheeler down there and make sure there's no one back there. Never can be too safe. This is going to take a while. All right, here we go. Wow, that is a nice trigger, guys. Glad I put that extra spring in it. It's still a little, I mean, it's not too light. It's still plenty light. I think it's perfect. It's not a precision gun, so yeah, wow, I really like it. Between my shaking and that plate swinging, it's hard to make it hit all the time, but I'll do a couple of rapid fires into the berm here for us. Taking me a second to learn it there. Haven't spent much time on it, obviously. Well, there it is. Apparently it works. Safety on, it works. So, I don't know what to say, guys. Pretty happy with it. Guess if anything changes, I'll do an update. Thanks for watching.